Ho, ho, oh no. You know what would make me really excited for Christmas? Talking about more Christmas. Well, hello and welcome to the Ginger Geek Show. So it's nearly Christmas, less than a week now. Are you excited? I sure are not. But anyway, so I thought I wanted to do this last year actually. I just worked out with time. I just didn't get a chance to, and I haven't done a top 10 for a while. So yes, that means it's a top 10 video. And specifically, I'm going to talk about top 10 Christmas movies. Specifically, obviously mine. And as I say mine, it's simply just the movies that I obviously enjoy. It's not, what maybe necessarily might be deemed as the best movie ever. I'm not really bothered by that. It's just movies that I personally love and enjoy at Christmas time. So let's begin, shall we, my top 10 Christmas movies. At number 10, The Santa Claus. Yes, now I'm not going to obviously talk about Santa Claus 2 or Santa Claus 3 or not probably Santa Claus 4 that'll happen, because what happened to Tim Allen, I don't know. But back in these days, back in the good old 90s, Tim Allen was very much sought after and very much loved. And I was one of those people that obviously liked him at that kind of point in time. And this movie is a nice little kind of, it's a movie, obviously. But not talking about, the sequels where it does start to get a bit thin, obviously, what they're going to go with here. But, this is it's a nice, cheerful, nice little kind of movie that's, good at Christmas, I guess. I like Tim Allen. Tim Allen's actually pretty good in this kind of role, even though it's got some quite dark themes when you actually think about it. The whole concept of the death of Santa and taking someone's clothes and all that kind of stuff, which is a bit kind of weird, I guess, but not getting into that. But overall, I think this is a fun, it's a fun movie, and I'm going to probably use that word fun quite a lot, because that's what Christmas is all about. Right? At number 9, Nativity. Now, I only watched this movie actually about, I think it was actually last year actually, I was about to say a couple of years ago, but it was last year, starring Martin Freeman, and what I really quite like about this movie is these group of kids that they got, who, I have to admit, they actually did it quite well, because the film actually feels quite real and quite natural. It's filmed in a style of, it's very much clearly, it's constant with using handheld cameras and all that through the whole kind of movie. Some might like that, some might not like that. I can understand why you wouldn't like that, because it does start to feel a little bit of a headache, I think, remember it sometimes. But I love Martin Freeman. He's good in this. He's always a bit more kind of more, I guess, just kind of Scrooge kind of type of a character. He's a bit kind of against it all a little bit, and they're obviously trying to get this nativity going, and seeing these kids, I think they're all kind of brilliant trying to get this nativity going. I think overall it's quite an underrated Christmas movie actually. I don't think it gets it's another though film where I had to get another slew of sequels out that just wasn't needed really. I think the one was perfectly fine, and I think it did a good job here. At number 8, Bad Santa. Now, probably a lot of people are going to think, oh, that's actually quite high, and I'm kind of starting to think maybe it was a little bit high, but I'm going to keep at this list. I'm going to keep at my list. I think Billy Bob Thornton is brilliant in this movie. I really think he is absolutely fantastic in this movie. I love the kind of concept of the kind of the anti-Christmas, I guess. I mean, obviously you've got the Scrooge kind of type, obviously, but I just love the whole idea of he's kind of stuck basically doing this job. He's got no choice in the matter really, and I like that kind of stuff. I think it's quite, it brings a lot of humour and a lot of fun to this movie. I've not seen the sequel. I'm not really going to plan to see the sequel after seeing some of the kind of harsh stuff about it, I guess. I'm not really bothered by it. I don't think it needed a sequel. Though I guess does it kind of end in a cliffhanger. I guess the first one, it's a weird one, because obviously his so-called friend who played the elf, kind of betrayed them and all that. So I guess that's kind of interesting and stuff. And I like that stuff that they did. I thought it was quite entertaining, all that. But yes, I really enjoy Bad Santa. At number 7, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Yes, now for another one, like it's like a big connection almost with these with Christmas movies. It's always like starring someone where you either love him or you hate him, sort of thing, and that's very much so with Jim Carrey. I do like him. I really do like him. But some movies where I feel like this Jim Carrey persona just doesn't work here, but with the Grinch it definitely works beautifully. I think this is it's a great movie starring with Jim Carrey. One of the things I just really want to like point out, probably more so than any of my other kind of movies I have on this list, I really enjoy the sets, the costumes, the makeup. I think they do really well in this movie. I love some of the visuals. I love the look of the movie. I think it all is great. I think the actual, just talk about the costume of what Jim Carrey was of the Grinch, I think there's a really damn good looking costume. I think they did a really good job with that costume. But yeah, overall I think the Grinch is a really good, fun Christmas movie with a good old, you know, I'm going to probably say again with the whole concept of Scrooge as a little bit of a, but that's what every Christmas movie, innit? You know, they have to go through the kind of bad points and they go through the good points and then bad again, and at the end it's all happy dappy and all that kind of stuff. But yes, overall I do enjoy the Grinch very much. At number 6, Scrooged. Now I've been kind of, it seems like a theme I'm going on here, and it very much so here with Bill Murray, where Bill Murray is a half bag with me. Sometimes his whole deadpan shtick works in some movies, and some movies is just like, he just looks bored. He doesn't look like he actually cares whatsoever. And maybe that's what his whole career has been about. He actually just doesn't really been caring whatsoever. It's not been part of a whole kind of comedy ruse, but you know, and if it is, good on him, I guess. But this movie absolutely works with his whole, you know, that's his whole, you know, comedy thing, is the deadpan kind of comedy. But with the concept of Scrooge, it works very much so. And there's I like some of the humour with this movie. I think it very much works. A lot of the kind of the humour I quite like in this. I like obviously the spin on A Christmas Carol. I think is quite nicely done. I think here, because I like, there's so many movies, you can pick so many movies that have obviously the tale of A Christmas Carol and all that, but I think this one does it with great advantage while doing its own little spin on it, and I quite respect that and I quite like that, and I like a lot of the kind of stuff that happens here. And as I said, I like the humour does work a lot for me in this movie. At number 5, Miracle on 34th Street. Now, many would probably say, oh, you should pick the original and all that, but you know, when I was born in the 90s and all that and growing up, it was this movie that I did watch a lot, if I'm honest. And that's what's going to happen in the future, you know. We're sadly going to have, you know, kids and people that they just thought the Star Wars prequels were the originals and things like that, you know. It's just how it's going to work, really. And this is a case, obviously, for me, where this is a remake, obviously, you know, which I think a lot of people forget about. It is a remake, and I absolutely adore it. I think it's absolutely brilliant for me. I love some of the right heartwarming moments that really melt my cold dark heart, I must say. Especially there's a lovely scene. I love it so much where obviously Richard Attenborough is like he's obviously being Santa, and he's, you know, he's seen all the kids and all that whatnot, and then there's a deaf kid that comes along, and you know, I love the line where she says, "Oh, she just wanted to see you. You know, she's deaf." And your first moment's thinking, "All right, he's just gonna kind of pretend to go, you know, whatever, you know, wave and all that." But then he comes out with full on, no, he knows sign language as well, and I was like, oh my god, I might actually greet here. I thought that was really nicely done. I love the whole movie, and I think it's got a nice mix of everything, really. It's a little bit more serious compared to, especially when, you know, good old Santa Claus is in a mental hospital by the looks of it, which I thought was quite funny. But you know, overall, you know, I think this is a lovely, charming movie. You know, has some serious moments, has some, you know, loving moments. But yeah, I do really like this movie. At number 4, Home Alone 2. Yes, not Home Alone 1. I'm waiting for people to tell me how wrong I am there. And you know what? Cool. Yes. Is it just me that really kind of prefers the sequel to the first one? To me, there's something about going to New York at Christmas. I think just looks always great. I think that whole, you know, to me, I felt they took what was good about the first one and really kind of amplified it greatly with simply just being in New York. I mean, though it's a bit of a shame that, you know, obviously Trump is in it, but let's not talk about that. But it's just there's just something about it I've always really quite enjoyed about this movie. I find it more kind of fun, I find it more exciting, I find it more charming. I love I like, obviously Tim Curry is nice seeing him in it, that kind of stuff. I've always really enjoyed this sequel more, and I'm looking forward to people telling me how wrong I am. Number 3, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I'm just going to quickly just say, which I might have said in previous videos before, but I am a huge Tim Burton fan, and this obviously has... he just produced this movie, I remember rightly. He didn't actually direct it, but it's clearly got his touch all over it, really, in this movie. It's very much... It's very much a movie where it's like, oh, Tim Burton presents kind of type movie, and you get that very much so. And I love everything about this movie, the style of it, the tone of it, the look of it, the soundtrack, the music. Danny Elfman's score is brilliant. I like just the look of it, of a lot of the animation in the movie. I really quite enjoy. And as I kind of say, it is a different kind of style and tone of, you know, just the, oh, happy Merry Christmas kind of movies. You know, it has a bit of a kind of a different turn, obviously, with it, and I really like that, and I quite respect that, and I quite enjoy this. You know, it's not your obviously traditional kind of Christmas movie, but you know, what can I say? Number 2, Jingle All the Way. Yes, I absolutely adore this movie. Why is it on number 1? I would love to know myself actually a little bit, but overall, you know, I've said it before. I've got a video of it. There's a top 10 of him. I absolutely adore Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just absolutely love his movies. Not all movies. There is some stinkers I know in there, but to me, Jingle All the Way is definitely one of his highlights. His kind of like humour that he kind of brings really works with Jingle All the Way. I love that kind of like stuff. The humour is brilliant, I think, in this movie. And some unintentional kind of humour, because obviously people kind of laugh at Arnold Schwarzenegger's accent, and it's kind of true, the way he kind of say certain words, obviously. You know, I think people can't help but just kind of laugh unintentionally, I guess. They're not like laughing at Arnold Schwarzenegger, I would say. They're laughing with him, I think. But yes, I love this movie. I watch it every year. And it's got a very kind of, I like the kind of different kind of style of the fact that it's all very about the commercial side of it, which apparently I was reading up on it, and people weren't really kind of happy about that. They don't really like that kind of talking about the commercial side of Christmas, because I don't know why. Even though it's a huge part of Christmas, there's no denying it, it really is. But yes, I really do love the Jingle All the Way. And at number 1, Love Actually. Yes, Love Actually, I think, is one of the greatest. Well, no, I think it is the greatest. It's not one of. If it's number 1, it clearly I think is the greatest. And it is. There's something about this movie with Rich Curtis writing and directing. I think he brings something so just ultimately British, really, about this movie. And I don't know how it's taken in America. I'd love to know if they like this movie or not. I don't know. I love the cast. I love the humour. I love the drama. I love everything about this movie. I think the setting of London and having... It's actually a really quite well made movie, when in terms of all these characters connect in some sort of way, and I quite like that kind of stuff. I think that's quite... There's a little bit more thinking to it than just a typical, you know, level Christmas movie, you know, and I like that. I love the actors that are in it. Some really good actors in this movie, and oh god, I would love if they did a sequel just to see some of these kind of characters. I know we had that Red Nose Day stuff, but god, I want a full on, you know, 2 hours sequel. Come on, Richard Curtis, you can do it. But yeah, that's my number 1 is Love Actually. I adore this movie. I really do love Love Actually. That was a lot of loves there. But yes, that's my top 10 Christmas movies. What's your top 10? Did you like my list? Did you hate this list? Comment down below. I'd love to know. What's your, obviously, list? I'd like to know. So comment down, tell me more videos in the future. So until then, see you later.